Hello everybody and welcome back to Rennebu. So we are on the final few episodes. I really hope that all of our crops are ready before the end. I think they will be. It shouldn't be too far off. We still have... This must be episode 41, so we've got a few episodes to get these harvested, to get them to ripen. The data is still loading in here, so I just need to see ready if any fields are ready. Oh! We've got a piece ready over here, but I do know for a fact that 65 is ready, even though it's currently showing it's cultivated. So I think what I'll do is I will get the combine taken over there. It will not take long at all with this combine. I think the last time I harvested it, I did use the New Holland. Probably putting this on the wrong side. Will it flip it around for me? Oh, it will. What fun. And yes, we can attach this to the combine. And we'll start to head in that direction. We also might not even need a trailer, but I will take the trailer over there just in case. And yes, we basically have tons and tons of baling to do. But thankfully, all the mowing is done. The fermentation process has already started in these bales here. So we have, I think, 4 fields technically. If that tiny one counts as a field, which I suppose it does do. So off we go with the worker. Thank you, worker. I will take this and we will meet, well, possibly meet halfway. I don't know. Actually, we should do, because the worker will probably go the slow way. And this combine isn't exactly slow either. And I think although, yeah, some of that field isn't ready, enough of it is ready to start harvesting, otherwise it's just a waste of time. But let's get the first field done, the one which is actually fully ripe, at least I believe it is. Still loading in data. It must be though, because there was a very small patch that wasn't ready before, and I think it was on its final growth stage, so today it should be ready. This is a rare event. The combine is going to get stuck behind the tractor and trailer. The combine is faster than the tractor. Wow. That is amazing. Oh crikey, we've welded together. How to get past? I was all the way over, but now the header trailer is pulling into Chainsaw's tractor. Oh, we're free. Kind of. Isn't it fun? Battling with my bad driving and other workers. And where on earth did that silver birch log come from that was underneath the Massey Ferguson's front axle? It was there the whole time I was pushing it down the road, which actually worked really well. Until the log, I think the worker detected the log as a object blocking the way, understandably. And then it was all over. It stopped, and yeah, my tractor stopped again. I think they do tend to stop in this sort of area though, so it's hardly surprising. We'll leave it there until we need it, if we need it. First, let's just get this done, and yes, it does look to be fully ripe, which is lovely to see. We won't be selling what we have here though, because the soybeans are actually best in sort of April, May time, and that is going to be the final episode. So we're going to hold these until the end. Just check the price for soybeans anyway. We can get 1,846, but we can also get up to 3,800, so it's actually pushed back to June. It was May at one point, but still, it's going to be way better than what it is currently. So we are going to have a huge soybean selling session in the last episode. Thankfully, we have the JCB for that. So we can go backwards and forwards at speed It's going to be very handy. I would love to stick this on a worker. It's not the best field for a worker, but I think, well, if I go around the headland, it's going to be able to do something. Then I can continue baling. Well, looking at it, we probably don't need to unload, but I will do anyway. Then we'll leave it to finish this very small area. It should be done in 5 minutes. But yeah, in the meantime, that will give us 5 minutes to really progress with the baling, and really 5 minutes is quite a long time. In this game, we can get quite a bit done. So, yeah, if I just put this on a worker, we can unload on the move. If I don't crash into the trailer. There we go. Just guarantees that it'll be able to finish without being full. Nice fast unload rate. There we go. Okay, so yeah, now we can jump into the JCB, which is just here. These can be all picked up once we get a minute, but yeah, the priority is just to make sure all the bales are actually produced, because then they're fermenting. We need to guarantee that we can actually sell them in time. Otherwise we're going to be selling a load of grass bales, which will not really have the same result. Grass is not worth anywhere near what silage is worth. Yeah, this field looks like it's only a month or two off being ready to harvest. So that would be episode 43 probably? Maybe 44? So the next field to bale is the tiny field. But this tiny field does actually produce about 3 bales, so it's not too bad. It's better than it might look. Everything's worth it. Every little bit counts. Better enable automatic drop. And yeah, this series will probably be the last series where we do quite so much silage baling. We have done a serious amount in this series. As mentioned, the next competitive multiplayer will have to have a rule change, so that we can't just do silage and then silage, and then some more silage. Ah, that dropped right where I need to go. Yeah, it's filling up fast. Looking good. Then we'll go to the field just over there, at the top of here. It's a bigger field. I think it usually produces about 20 bales or so. And yeah, regarding Farming Simulator 23, I am planning on putting some videos out on it. Just been getting things prepared. If you don't know what Farming Simulator 23 is, basically it's the mobile and Nintendo Switch version of Farming Simulator. But yeah, it's called 23. I don't know what the next main series version is going to be. But it's looking like it won't be 24 because they are producing another expansion for the time when the main game is usually released, sort of November time. So if I was to have a guess, I would say the next main series Farming Simulator is going to be Farming Simulator 25, probably released in sort of October, November 2024. But that is just a guess. That's just going on how it's been over the past few years. The trend. It's probably time that we check up on the combine. It's probably finished by now. Let's have a quick look. Oh goodness me. Yes, it'd be nice if they did have the intelligence to reverse when they detect something like a header trailer. I must have done that immediately. That's so annoying. It's been costing me. Didn't notice the message pop up. Well, anyway, we'll continue with this, and then when we finish this field, we will get it to move on to the next field. And then we'll move on to the next field too. But these bales are piling out the back. Lots and lots of silage. And I don't want to leave it to the last minute to move them, so they will have to be moved to that sort of holding area, so we can just quickly sell them when they have fermented. Which probably won't be the final episode, because I think we're now declining. I think the price is declining every month that goes by, so really as soon as they are ready, they want to be sold. But I will have to double check the price. December's the best time. We're currently in January, so yeah, it's declining. And actually, there is a big drop here, so we want to sell them before April, which actually is going to be very easy to do. It should never be that late. Well, that's the final part of this field. I've just checked on the combine, and that's also just finishing. Should be done by now. So we can hopefully get one more bale out of this and then move on. Okay, it won't let me set cruise control, but it was still moving on its own. That's weird. I've had that before in multiplayer. And yeah, looks like it's going to be another bale and a bit, which will be transferred onto the next field. So, oh, okay, I never did bother with it. Do it myself, there we go. So yeah, we will empty, we'll take the header off, we'll set it off on a worker, and get it over to our biggest field of all. But at least that's allowing me to empty the combine here, so that we can have a nice empty fresh start in the next field. I will attempt to get this to drive to the field using a worker, but considering the traction trailer stops usually around the bridge area, yeah, I'm not holding out too much hope for the combine. But we've got to try. We won't know if we won't try. What I will do is I'll put it on the road first, otherwise that is just asking for trouble. Okay. Yeah, it will actually be interesting. It's an interesting test to see if it will actually make it back to the field without stopping. I really hope it does. But you know what they're like. Okay, so that one can move to field number 129. And this tractor can also follow the combine. We'll have a bit of a gap between them. We'll have to go the bank here sideways, otherwise it probably won't have the power. We're getting there. Come on, come on. Good. Yep. We're there. And yeah, it's looking promising so far. Lovely. Right. Now I can take over from this worker. And as soon as I see the combine arrive at the field, I will get it going on a worker, and hopefully it can get quite a bit done. But let's get going with this. I don't believe it. What's going on here? Good grief. Oh my goodness. I can only assume that Chainsaw's tractor was pulling out the moment that this one was passing. Which means that Chainsaw's tractor was at fault because it's this tractor's right away. Ooh. Did that worker just self-upright? Oh my goodness, I've never seen that before. That's not Chainsaw. Wow. At least I don't think it was Chainsaw. That is amazing. Well, I think my other machine, the combine, is almost there. It is. So that's good. That's just really bad timing with those two. Never seen that before ever. Which means, yeah, Chainsaw's stuff has been hit. Well, we've crashed into each other twice now on that road. It is quite a narrow road though. Wow, yeah, this field produces loads. We've got a bit more to do down here, but first... Yeah, I was going to say we need to unload the combine. We probably do. It's done a lot without unloading. I have to refresh my memory. Was this field fully fertilised? I'm guessing only 50%. Ah, yes, it's this one. So some of it is 100% where I was using up my fertiliser. But the rest of it is all 50%. But it must be so close to a full tank now, surely. Yep, the beacons are going, but the only problem is, it's a canola crop, and I have soybeans here. Those two look the same from a distance. So we're just going to have to unload this, and then we can unload the combine. Come on, tractor, you can do it. I've just checked on the chickens, and they're okay for food. I don't want to leave them with too much food in their trough, because we'll be selling them, and the food will be wasted at the end, so I think they're going to need one more top up. If I'd noticed it was a different crop to begin with, I could have unloaded, and then we could have unloaded on the move. But not to worry. Here we go, combine. This is going to be a significant amount to go into there. Yeah, 12,000 litres. So whilst it's doing that, I will just finish off here. Let's try and get one more bale out of this field. There's enough bits dotted around to get it to 100%. I just need 2%. 1%. There should be a bit... Yeah, there's a bit over here in the corner. It's me being a bit desperate for another bale, but it's going to be worth it. There we go. So good. So that's really cleaned the field up nicely. Now this tractor can go to the final field. But let's just make sure everything is good over here. Yeah, seems to be. Yeah, the combine's going to be good for a while now. But as we always unload going down this way, we're going to take the tractor to the top, so it's ready to unload. That should do. And yeah, I have no idea how many bales we have here, but it's looking like a lot for the area. And I missed a bit with the mower, which is a shame, but it wouldn't really come to too much. So here we go, the final field, the last field we'll ever bale on this map, because I don't think any of the cereal crops or the arable crops need to be baled. I'm pretty sure we have just sorghum, canola and soybeans, none of which require baling, so yeah, this is it. This is the end of all the baling. And technically that means that we can sell the baler to prevent it from depreciating any further. It's not a bad idea. I think I will do. But first, we must do this. There's plenty more bales to produce first of all. Oh, this is going to be tight. How many bales are we going to produce? I think it's going to be one, and then there's going to be some wasted. But we've done well. It doesn't matter if a bit is wasted. Yeah, there's never going to be enough to produce enough to get that second one. So everything that we have here will be lost, but that really doesn't matter. I'll bale it anyway. Okay, right, so we'll let that drop off the back and we will take this over to the store so that it can be sold. Well, when I say I'll take it over to the store, the worker can. I should think by now we need to unload the combine. So that can go. Oh. It stopped over there, so I took it up here for nothing. What we'll do is we'll leave the combine going when we finish, so we can get another full tank for next time. And yes, actually once it's full, it will have probably made it to about here, which is pretty much in line with the bit that isn't ready, so then next time we'll just be able to do all of this nicely, harvest the bit that isn't ready as well. And yeah, I think there's going to be several fields next time which will be ready. Let's just see. Oh, they won't. Oh, crikey. Maybe there'll be none. Oh, that's not good. Well, we'll have the bales to move, but yeah, we'll have the rest of this field to do. Oh, I hope they're ready in time before the end. It's a bit concerning, as there are so many growth stages, and it varies for each crop type, but I think that most of the crops that I have are quite slow. Well, we'll just have to hope for the best. But at least, yeah, we'll have this field, and we'll have the bales to do chickens to look after, that sort of stuff. So I'll just move this out of the field so it isn't completely blocking the way. Actually, yeah, that could do with an unload. Okay, here we are at the store. So how much can we get back for it? Before you do anything, 51,325. We'll repair it, we'll repaint it. 74,000. Nice. And now we're just left with the tractor, which can cart bales with the flatbed in the next episode. We're almost at £700,000. I think my trailer is over near the farm somewhere. I hope it is. Right, is that reachable? Should be. Yep. Okay, right, well. Just tip this, and then we'll call it a day. We should also be able to put the big heavy trailer on the fast track in the future. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed this episode, and until next time, see you again very soon. Bye for now.